POV, your life is every level of rapper. Lego.
Level 1. SoundCloud rapper. Your setup costs $400. Scraped together from a part-time job.
Alright, so level 1 SoundCloud rapper. I think every single person who in the same situation as me has tried to be a SoundCloud rapper. I've been a SoundCloud rapper before. You have to go through it. It's like a kind of event. But yeah.
At a grocery store. A USB microphone from Amazon. Not the good one. The one with 3 stars and reviews complaining about background noise. Cracked recording software downloaded from a torrent site. The version that...
Facts, bro. We all used either cracked FL Studio or cracked BandLab, bro. Hey, if y'all know about BandLab, bro, hey, y'all a real one.
That crashes if you try to use too many tracks. A closet full of clothes that doubles as a vocal booth. Blankets hung from hangers to absorb echo that...
Nah, I was just recording that shit on my, like, wired headphones, bro.
Still bleeds into every take. You record at 2 a.m. when your mom's asleep and the apartment is quiet enough. The neighbors below you work night shifts. The neighbors above you have complained twice about bass that wasn't even that loud. You learn to keep the volume low, to mix with headphones, to create in conditions that would make professional engineers weep. Your SoundCloud has 200 followers. Half of them are bots.
Bro, that's low-key tough. 200 followers is already a lot, bro. I don't think y'all realize on SoundCloud, bro. I had like 10 followers and it was all my friends. And I used to get made fun for that shit too.
Quarter are other rappers, hoping you'll follow back. Maybe 50 are real humans who found your tracks through hashtags and recommendations. You study the analytics obsessively. Where they're listening from. How long before they skip. Which tracks skip.
Bro, niggas just be skipping after 20 seconds, bro. Not even 20 seconds. Like 10 seconds, 5 seconds, bro. Hey, SoundCloud rapper, bro, you really in the trenches for real.
Get replayed. The grind is invisible. Every day you're learning production, watching YouTube tutorials on mixing and mastering, studying how your favorite artists structure their flows. You're writing constantly, filling notebooks with bars, recording takes until your voice is shot. The progress is so slow it's almost imperceptible. Your first show is an open mic at a bar that smells like beer and broken dreams. 8 people in the audience, 3 of them performing, the rest just there for cheap drinks on a Tuesday. You get 90 seconds, and you use every one, rapping to a beat playing from your phone plugged into a PA system that distorts everything above 2K. When you're done, one guy nods. Just nods. He's probably drunk, he probably won't remember you tomorrow. But in this moment, that nod feels like victory. Someone heard you, someone responded. That's more than most people ever get. You sign up for every...
Yeah, nah, facts, bro. Slow motion is always better than no motion, bro.
Every open mic you can find. The good ones that book real artists. The bad ones in coffee shops where the crowd just wants you to finish so they can get back to their conversations. The ones that charge you to perform, which feels wrong, but you pay anyway, because stage time is stage time. Level 2, LOK artist.
I feel like if you're a local artist, you're more the type of person to be doing the, like, performing and shit. I feel like most SoundCloud rappers, they don't, like, leave the house. They just post online, maybe they do a couple TikToks or YouTube videos, but I don't think they go to cafes and stuff.
Streams tick up from hundreds to thousands. Not millions, not even close. Not even enough to pay rent, but enough that you start to believe this might actually work. The algorithm notices you occasionally. Your tracks appear in playlists with names like Underground Heat and Undiscovered Fire. Playlists nobody follows, but that make you feel legitimate anyway. You learn the game. How to tag your tracks for maximum discoverability. How to engage with other artists so they'll engage back. How to time your release.
Yeah, I feel like if you're good enough, bro, you'll get bro. I feel like if you're good enough, you'll get discovered 100% at some point, right? It's just gonna take time.
Releases for when listeners are most active. Music is only half of it, maybe less than half. The rest is marketing, and marketing is a skill they don't teach in studios. A local blog writes you up. A DJ plays your track at a club. Someone mentions you in a Reddit thread about underground artists to watch. You start performing at actual venues. Opening slots, mostly. 3 songs and you're done. 15 minutes to make an impression on crowds that are...
I feel like that's already way better. Like, opening venue, bro, if you pop off, dog, like, you gonna 100% rake in some new listeners. Because, like, I've been to, like, you know, concerts and, like, you know how there's, like, rappers who go before the actual rapper. Like, those sometimes be tough, bro. I can't lie. and I get put on sometimes. And also in the club and stuff like that, I feel like, yeah, if you perform in the club and stuff, you 100% gonna get some new listeners.
Still arriving, checking their phones, waiting for the headliner. You learn that stage presence isn't natural. It's practiced. The money is negative. Studio sessions cost $200 an hour, and you need at least 2 hours to get anything usable. Beats cost
Yo, question for rappers, bro. Do studio sessions really cost that much? And also, do you have to go to the studio to gonna make a good song, or is it just like flashy shit?
50 to 1,000, depending on who made them. Marketing, promotion, travel, everything costs money you're making at a job you hate. Your mom asks when you're going to get serious about your future. She doesn't understand that this is your future. This is the only future you can imagine. The alternative, office job, quiet desperation, watching other people live the life you wanted, that's not a future. That's a slow death. You drop
Thanks.
a mixtape, 14 tracks, a year of work, everything you have. It does okay, not great, not viral, just okay. Local blogs cover it. Some DJs spin cuts from it. Your streams increase, but not enough to quit your day job. A manager reaches out.
I just realized, isn't this 100% AI video right there, except for the voiceover? Like, I've been looking at the images and stuff. Like, this is completely off topic, but this video is fully AI. That is crazy.
Small time. Handles a few local artists who mostly haven't gone anywhere. But she believes in you. More importantly, she understands things you don't. Contracts, royalties, publishing, the 1,000 ways the industry can take advantage of artists who just want to make music. She starts.
Yeah, I've heard the music industry is dirty, bro. Niggas will stab you in your back. And like, bro, I heard hella stories where niggas just be fucked up and stuff, lose all their money, or like get their money stolen by their manager, stuff like that. Like, I've seen a clip on TikTok where like this nigga, he loses all his money like because of his manager. It was really crazy. Like, I'm gonna try to find that shit.
This is how I caught my manager stealing all my money from me.
Like, this shit crazy.
My name is T-Wayne, and this is story time with me. Let's go. So pretty much my song started blowing up at a very fast pace where I needed a manager. So one of my friends came to me and was like, hey, bro, let me be the manager, bro, because I know a little bit about the industry and we don't have time to waste. You're blowing up fast. So boom, he's my manager all of a sudden. And I'm like, okay, cool. I could trust this guy because I've been knowing him for like 3 or 4 years. Let's get
That's what I was saying, bro. The people you know be stabbing you in your back too, bro.
Super viral motion. Like, we was just going up, right? And this was the first red flag. Every single record label in the world was calling my phone trying to sign me, right? But my manager comes to me like, hey, don't sign to anybody. You have to sign to this label or they're going to take your song down. They just bought the beat. You got to sign to them now. And I'm like, wow, why would they take the song down? Everybody going to lose money, even if they did just buy the beat. He's like, that's just what they're threatening because they want you to sign so bad. So I was like, damn.
Yeah, that already sketchy as hell. I would have like, I don't know, bro. I feel like I wouldn't have realized I would got scammed too.
Dang, bro. All right, fine, cool. I'm assigned to him. So I got a lawyer and everything. We went through the contracts and I automatically signed to him. And that was the first red flag because a label would never tell you they're going to take down your song that is making them money if you don't sign to them. A label would never say that. That's illegal. So remember, I'm telling y'all that part. So one day I just so happened to be logged into the booking email and I was cleaning it out because it was getting kind of full, right? And I go and check the deleted messages and I saw so many bookings inside of the trash, it didn't make sense. I even had a booking overseas. For some reason, he told them we couldn't do it and then he just trashed it. I don't know why he did that. But anyways, I started looking into the bookings and I noticed the numbers that I was getting paid weren't the same numbers that the bookings were sending. So for instance, I had a show for 10K and I go through the email and check the deleted messages. It said the show was 25K, but I
Damn, that's crazy.
only got 10K.
I would crash out bad. Nigga. Losing out on 15K, bro.
At first, I didn't really think anything of it, but when I did think about it, all of the bookings were going straight to my manager's bank account and then he would pay me out. It never went straight to my bank account. It was supposed to go to me and then I was supposed to be paying him out. But for some reason, I ended up giving him power of attorney, which was a huge mistake. But I didn't even confront him about it. I just let it rock, right? So as time went on, my manager just started living like a rapper. He started buying cars, clothes, a hella crazy house. He was just splurging money.
Yeah, that
And at
crazy.
the time being, I was broke. I didn't have $1 to my name.
Nah, that's actually crazy. Damn. How do you not question shit, bruh? Like, do they not communicate and stuff?
And my manager just kept saying, hey, things will get better, bro. I don't have anything either. But then he just buys a Bentley. And I'm like, what?
That's
Where's
crazy.
my Bentley? So I start checking everything again because something's not right. There's no way I didn't have money and I was on Billboard. So I hit up the record label we were signed to and I asked him how much the last check was. Because every single check that we got literally went to him, even the check
Yeah, finally you asked.
from the label. And they told me it was, yeah. And I was like, what? You said I got that much? But I was like, where's the money though? I didn't get it. And they're like, we sent it to the account on file. And I checked the account on file. It was my manager's account, right? So at this point, I confront the manager. I'm like, hey, what's going on with all this money missing? I'm not getting all this money. And he told me he'd been saving the money for me. He literally said he had been saving the money for me. So I immediately called the record label. I was
Yeah, so where the money at, bruh? Send me that shit right now. Send me that shit. Talking about something I'm saving this shit. If you saving it, you can get it.
like, take him off of everything. Don't give him another dollar. Don't give him nothing. Add me, add this. Everything that I was getting paid for, add this, add this. And now that I think about it, all my bookings had stopped. It's because the contact was him. So I probably missed like so many shows because he stopped taking them because I took him off
Yeah, now that's crazy. You missed on a hella opportunity. I would be fuming. I think I would have sued the nigga, bruh. I would have sued the nigga.
the team. And at that time being, I didn't know how to change all the booking info. And then as soon as I took him off, the next check that came in was for, yeah, it was one of them numbers. And my whole life changed after that. Everything changed. So remember I said the label said if I don't sign them, they're going to take the song down. Well, look,
Yep.
they never said that. So pretty much the manager was getting a percentage of somebody that said they found me and brought me to the label. And he was taking a finder's fee. So he was getting paid for that. He was getting paid for bringing me to the label. And I had no clue. So what
So we just completely scammed him. Okay, let's get right back to the video.
Starts booking better shows, opening slots for acts with actual followings, festival spots on the smallest stages, showcases where A&Rs actually show up sometimes. She handles the business you don't understand while you focus on the art you do. The grind continues, but the grind changes. You're not just making music in a closet anymore. You're building something, a brand, a presence, a story that might someday be worth telling. Level 3. Signed artist. The call comes on a Tuesday afternoon while you're stocking shelves at the grocery store you still haven't quit. Your manager's voice is
I wonder what the feeling of being signed feels like. Like when you got a call from like labels and shit. I wonder how that feels. I wonder if like you're an artist, if that feels better than getting like drafted or some shit. I don't know. That might be a crazy statement, but I don't know.
different. Excited in a way you've never heard her. A label A&R saw your performance at a showcase, pulled your streaming numbers, listened to your entire catalog. They want to meet. They want to talk about the future. You call in sick for the rest of your shift. You go home and listen to every track you've ever released, trying to hear what they heard, trying to understand what made them notice you out of the thousands of artists trying to get noticed. The meeting is in an office that costs more per month than your mom's annual rent. They talk numbers that sound like fantasies, advance money, marketing budgets, production
Yeah, that must
support.
feel crazy because you just see your life changing in front of your eyes, bro.
Distribution deals that would put your music in front of millions. The contract is 114 pages. Your manager brings a lawyer who charges $300 an hour to explain what you're signing away. Publishing splits, recording rights, options clauses, morality provisions. The advance isn't a gift. It's a loan against future royalties you might never earn. You sign anyway. Everyone signs. The alternative is staying invisible forever. Studio sessions change everything. Real producers, real engineers, real rooms where albums you grew up on were recorded. You're nervous in ways you never were in your closet booth. The pressure is different. The expectation.
Yeah, facts. Don't some artists just like completely like lose it when they get big like that? Because like they gotta start making their songs in like bigger booths, bigger like studios with people they don't actually fuck with or don't actually know. Don't they get like worse? Or don't some just get like stage fright and just like don't like know how to do it anymore?
Are different. Everyone's time costs money, and you're supposed to deliver something worth all of it. Your first major single drops with actual marketing behind it, playlist placements, social media campaigns, radio pushers making calls to program directors. The streams jump from thousands to hundreds of thousands. People you've never met are singing your words, making videos to your hooks, arguing about your lyrics in comment sections. You see yourself discussed on forums, analyzed by YouTube critics, praised and dismissed by people who don't know anything about you except what you put in your music. The opinions hurt more than you expected. You thought you wanted attention, now you have it and it feels like being watched through a microscope. Level 4, touring artist. The road is not what the movie.
I feel like tours are so magical. If I was an artist, bro, I would love tours. Like, it's just like you can express your songs, your favorite thing you do to the whole world and be praised by it and praised for it. I feel like that's crazy.
Show. It's not parties and glamour and spontaneous adventures in new cities. It's hotel rooms that blur together, identical beige walls, and scratchy sheets and air conditioning that's either too cold.
I feel like I don't agree with that, bro. If you're touring, you should have money, right? So you're not you're not getting some shitty ass hotel. Cause you have a label now, you got money now, so you're probably getting a good hotel, jacuzzi, whole resort, whatever the case may be, nice cars, renting out some like good shit, so like you actually have a good life. This is 100% not what it looks like when you're a tour artist.
They're broken. It's fast food and green rooms because you don't have time for real meals. It's sleeping on buses that never stop moving, waking up in a different state without remembering the transition. The romance of touring dies within the first week. What replaces it is something more complicated. Exhaustion mixed with
I kind of feel like wouldn't it level it out, all the love that you get for your fans? Doesn't that like level out the stress from touring?
exhilaration, boredom punctuated by moments of transcendence. It's performing the same songs every night until they stop meaning anything, until they're just motions you go through while your mind wanders. But the shows, God,
Bro, this is such like a negative video. Like, this nigga does not seem to like any artist, bro. Like, damn.
shows. 1,000-person venues where everyone knows every word, where strangers become a single organism, moving to sounds you created in solitude. Festivals where you can see the crowd extending to the horizon, a sea of raised hands and phone lights and faces you'll never know, but who know your words by heart. Moments when the bass drops and the whole building moves together, and you understand why people give their lives to this. Moments when the energy between stage and crowd becomes something electric, something holy,
That's all I'm
something that
saying.
no recording will ever
Shit becomes
capture.
magical, man.
Those moments make everything else worth enduring. The bad hotels, the endless drives, the pressure and the paranoia and the politics. All of it disappears when the music hits and the crowd responds, and for a few minutes you're exactly where you're supposed to be. You open for major artists who treat you like you don't exist. You headline small venues where people line up for hours to see you. The contrast is disorienting. One night you're nobody, the next night you're everything, and neither feeling is stable.
Yeah, nah, facts, true. Because when you're like before like the actual big artist, most people don't give a shit, but some people also just know you and they fuck with your shit, right? So you're gonna get some love, but a lot of like feel like people, you're gonna feel worthless. I feel like, cause like if you're performing before, let's say you're performing before like Raw Wave, people are there to see Raw Wave, not you. And the people that know you, 100% are gonna show love. But imagine no one knows you, just performing to no one, to a crowd that just doesn't give a shit. Niggas will be on their phone and shit. Like that, I feel like that's like kind of like devalorizing, bro. Like it will make your self value go down no matter what. But like I feel like you gotta keep grinding from there, and then you're gonna become the Drake. You know what I mean?
Improves, but the money also complicates. Lawyers and accountants and business managers taking their percentages, label recouping the advance from every stream, publishing splits that mean you earn pennies from songs that make other people dollars. You're successful and broke simultaneously. Your second album has to outperform your first. That's the trap nobody explains. Growth is mandatory. If you plateau, you're failing. If you're failing, the machine moves on without you. Level 5, mainstream success. The song goes viral for reasons nobody can explain. A dance trend on TikTok that uses your hook. A meme format.
I don't know if I would like to be a like viral artist on TikTok. Because first of all, it's not the same worth as actual viral artists. And second of all, I feel like it's like a one-hit wonder thing. Where like your song is hot for like maybe maximum 2-3 months, maybe a year. Big maximum. And then you're dead again, bro. And I feel like you wouldn't be able to do tours or concerts if you're just TikTok viral. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the people that support you don't really like care. They just fuck with your song or this little segment of your song. But then if you do a whole concert, they don't know any other song than that one hit wonder. And I feel like that would feel depressing at some point.
That samples your beat. Some unpredictable alignment of algorithm and cultural moment that turns your track into a phenomenon that crosses demographics, that plays in grocery stores and car commercials, that your grandmother has somehow heard. You wake up one
I would not be having it if I'm being played in car commercials, dog. I would not fuck with that shit. I'm not gonna lie.
morning with 50,000 new followers. By the end of the week, it's 500,000. The streaming numbers stop making sense. Millions of plays, tens of millions. Numbers that were fantasies when you were recording in your closet. Suddenly you're everywhere. Talk shows, magazine covers, brand deals. The money becomes real money. Not rich forever money, but enough that you buy your mom a house, pay off her debts, set up a...
I feel like that's the most wholesome thing you can do in your whole life. Help out your family and the people you love. No matter what, that's like my goal. I want to help everybody I love. Financially and like, just in general, dog. I feel like, yeah, this is the end goal. This is the end goal. No matter what your career path is, this is the end goal. Like, you know?
Accounts that will keep her comfortable no matter what happens to your career. That was always the dream, really. Everything else was just the path to making that possible. Awards shows where you sit in audiences full of people you idolized. Growing up, collaborations with artists whose posters hung on your childhood wall. Moments that feel like arriving, like you finally made it, like everything you sacrificed was worth it. But the pressure scales with success. The expectations now are impossible. Every release has to be bigger, better, more impactful. The label wants pop crossovers.
Yeah, the amount of stress artists go through, bro, from the labels I heard is crazy. Like, I feel it's so like unhuman, dog. That's why I'm like, bro, if I was an artist, bro, I don't know how I'd do it, bro. I'd have like the highest cortisol out there, bro.
Original fans want you to stay underground. Critics want evolution. Casual listeners want the same thing that made them fans in the first place. You can't please everyone. You know this intellectually, but you try anyway, fragmenting yourself across audiences, becoming less coherent as you become more popular. The music that made you special starts sounding like everything else. Level 6, The Reckoning. 5 years into major success, you're exhausted in ways that sleep doesn't fix. The schedule is endless. Recording sessions that run until dawn, tours that span...
If you're a successful artist like that, like you're genuinely at the top, I feel like you can choose what you do. You can release once a year and people won't like... If you're the biggest artist of the label, nigga, you run the label. That's what I like. That's what I think, no? Like Drake, bro, he does whatever the fuck he wants. Cardi does whatever the fuck he wants. Who else? Raw Wave, I think he does whatever. Like most big artists, I don't think they're like on a leash from the label. I might be fully wrong though, because I don't know a lot about the music industry.
Months and continents. Interviews where you answer the same questions 100 times. Obligations that multiply fast.
I feel like I would love the love and recognition. I would always be grateful for the love and recognition from the fans, even though it's sometimes overwhelming. I feel like I would always be grateful because it's thanks to them that I'm here, you know? Thanks to y'all, bro. For anybody watching this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And I appreciate it.
Then you can track them. Everyone wants a piece. The label wants albums on their timeline. The sponsors want appearances at their events. The fans want access to every moment of your life. The collaborators want features that will boost their profiles. You become a resource to be extracted rather than a person to be known. Your closest friends are people on your payroll. The manager, the publicist, the security guard who's been with you since the first tour.
Holy facts, Brent. There's an artist called Raw Wave. If you don't know Raw Wave, you gonna know today. Bro, he said the exact same thing in his song. Yeah, right here. Like, if it wasn't for favors, they would never. Sometimes I need someone to. Sometimes your life can be call your friends and ex heartache. Sometimes I'll just be coolin'. But yeah, 100%. He said like, bro, people just call you for to use you, nigga. Like, ain't nobody there for you. And I feel like, yeah, that's a one very scary thing of like success and stuff that you're gonna have to like go through, I feel like, if you're successful.
Everyone else has been filtered out by success. Old friends resent your absence or your wealth. New friends want things from you. The isolation...
Yeah, I feel like you would have to keep your old friends, because your new friends are just gonna be like, there for your money, there for your fame, there for your status, there for something, there for the girls, there for the parties, there for the trips. Like, I feel like you'd have to keep your OG friends, bro, and hope they didn't stab you in your back.
The top is real, and it's not what the songs make it sound like. Your relationships have collapsed. Your friendships exist mainly through group chats. The person you were before this, you can barely remember him. The label wants another album. The last one underperformed, which means it only went platinum instead of multi-platinum. In normal terms, massive success. In industry terms, a disappointment. The conversations about your future have...
I feel like once you go platinum in multiple albums, I feel like you don't need no label no more. No, you can't you just leave and not be on their leash? Like, I don't get that. I don't understand it. If y'all can explain it to me in the comments, I don't understand why, like, in this video he's saying big artists, they're still in the leash on the label and they gotta like outperform even though they're already rich and they already got the fan base, you know? I don't understand it.
A different tone now. You watch artists who came up with you fade away. Some adapt, find new niches, reinvent themselves for audiences that keep changing. Some burn out spectacularly, public breakdowns, addiction spirals, careers that end in tabloid headlines. Some just disappear quietly, their pages untouched.
I feel like once you're rich, bro, and you did everything you want to do and it's just getting too stressful and it's just like more bad than good, disappearing is the right thing to do, bro. Like, that's the smartest thing you can do for yourself.
Their streams declining until they're forgotten. The industry doesn't retire people gracefully. It extracts what it can.
Yeah, leave the music before the music leaves you, bro.
And moves on to the next source of content. The artists who survive long term are either lucky or strategic, or both. You're trying to be both.
What about just good? What if they're just good? What if it's neither luck or strategy, they're just good?
Not sure you're succeeding. You don't want to be forgotten. But you also don't want to be the 60-year-old still chasing relevance, still trying to connect with audiences who've moved on, still pretending the old magic can be recaptured through force of will. You don't want to be forgotten. But you also don't want to be this, a machine producing content on someone else's schedule, chasing numbers that will never be.
Yeah, facts. Once you start living on someone else's schedule, you're no longer free.
Enough. Performing a version of yourself that you manufactured for audiences who don't know the difference. The contract is ending. The label wants to renegotiate. Better terms this time, they say. More creative control. Recognition of what you've built. But freedom looks like something else entirely. Independence. Ownership. Making music because you want to, not because the machine requires feeding. You remember
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was talking about.
Booth. The USB microphone, the house party where nobody knew it was you, where the only thing that mattered was whether the song was good. The joy of creation before creation became commerce. The feeling of making something true before truth became a brand. The music industry is designed to make you forget that feeling. It replaces passion with product, art with content, authenticity with marketability. It turns musicians into machines that produce units on schedule. But the feeling is still in there somewhere, buried under years of compromise and calculation, hidden beneath layers of polish and production. The kid who recorded at 2 a.m. because the music was bursting out of him, that kid didn't die. He just got lost. You're going to find him again. You're going to remember why you started. Whatever it costs, whatever you have to walk away from, whatever version of success you have to sacrifice. The closet is still there. The microphone still works. The music is still waiting. And it was always about the music.
Hey, W video, 100% W video. I'm 100% like the video, subscribe. And yeah, hey, go subscribe to Professor POV with the W video. With that being said, I'm out of here, bruh.